Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
One of the fastest growing school districts in the country is going to build another school.
West Fargo's newest school will go up just south of 52nd Avenue in the Deer Creek neighborhood. West Fargo school leaders are ready to approve spending $14 million on the elementary school.
It'll be one of 3 elementary schools either open, being built, or will be built. Valley News Team's Christine Standwood found out more on the continuing boom. Christine?
Andrea, let's start with Brooks Harbor Elementary. It opened this year, and there's also one being built. That's Willow Park, and the one the district is expected to approve Monday night. Administrative Assistant Alicia Severson told me this afternoon that this new unnamed elementary school, located on the far south side of town, will be the latest to help with overcrowding. Money, which is always a big concern, would come in part from a bond referendum that voters approved in 2015. Severson says that neighboring schools are projected to reach overcapacity by the 2019-2020 school year. Now, a similar story can be told for a certain Northside elementary schools, which are expected to be full by 2022. That's why Willow Park Elementary School was approved and will open next fall. So I asked Severson how long before West Fargo gets to the point of yet another school. She says a long-range facility task force will be tackling that question at the end of November. As with other planning groups, it will be made up of community members, parents, and government officials. Keep in mind, elementary schools are feeders to junior high schools and high schools. Andrea?
All right, thank you, Christine. West Fargo's overall enrollment climbed by nearly 500 students at the start of this school year, which, according to officials, is similar to recent years. Enrollment now sits at more than 10,000 students and is getting close to topping Fargo. Also this year, more than 900 kindergarten students enrolled, making it the largest kindergarten class in the school district's history.
Sure liking the temperatures of late, even if they do come with some wind. Let's find out from Hutch what to expect this evening. Hutch?
Well, the mild temperatures do continue as we're falling slowly thanks to some winds across the region. We're about 10 to 15 degrees warm across eastern North Dakota than we were yesterday at this time. Upper 60s and low 70s for us, still some low 80s in western South Dakota. Wind speeds tapering off a bit, but I expect them to be fairly persistent into the evening hours, so prepare for breezy conditions and temperatures slowly falling through the 60s. By late tonight at bedtime, it looks like we'll be in the 50s for the overnight hours. More wind, some warmth, and rain to talk about in the forecast. I'll have all those details in a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can get the very latest on weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecast and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
In April, the North Dakota Department of Human Services received a federal grant to combat the opioid crisis. Leaders were at the Capitol yesterday learning how that money was going to be spent. The $1.9 million will be split between state and local programs. The state will work on increasing access to naloxone, as well as adopting a new Mexico-based program called Project Echo, which will train physicians in rural areas to deal with addiction. Community grants will focus on training first responders to use rescue drugs like Narcan and provide a supply.
We can actually be very collaborative. We can support each other's efforts, and that we're not duplicative in our efforts as well.
Congress has not decided on whether or not to renew the funding for next year.
Law enforcement have tracked down a wanted man in Stutsman County and are still on the hunt for another fugitive. 24-year-old Levi Guthmiller was taken into custody without incident. There was an arrest warrant out for him in Minnesota for felony possession of controlled substance and fleeing a police officer. Officers are still looking for this woman, 25-year-old Janessa Marie Ryan, who is wanted for failing to report after being sentenced for prison time. She's 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs around 155 pounds, has green eyes and brown hair. She was last seen in either the Jamestown or Carrington area. If you see Marie Ryan, use caution, call 911 or the Stutsman County Dispatch at 701-252-9000. Do that immediately.
Authorities are investigating after an ATM was taken out of a restaurant in Barnes County, North Dakota. Officials say the suspects broke a steel door and made their way into McGuire's Pub and Grub in Pillsbury, which is located northeast of Valley City. If you have any information on this crime, you can contact the Barnes County Sheriff's Office at 845-8530.
People were temporarily evacuated from their homes after fire broke out at a South Fargo apartment complex overnight. Fire officials say that when they got to the 900 block of 42nd Street South, there was a lot of smoke coming from the building. After getting everyone out, they found some blankets on fire in a utility room. It caused some minor damage, but no one was hurt. Investigators are looking into what started those blankets on fire.
Fire crews also responded to a house fire last night. Someone noticed it at a home in the 3000 block of 24th Avenue South and called 911. Crews quickly put out the fire, which was in an upper floor bedroom. No one was hurt, and the cause is being investigated.
There's something new at the Fargo Air Museum. North Dakota's tribal color guards have presented their tribal flags to the museum. There are 5 Native nations in North Dakota, each with a special flag signifying their rich history. The flags are a way the museum is honoring the history of Native Americans who have died in military service.
In a community effort to prevent identity theft, locals got a chance to shred some unneeded documents that may have some important information on them. United Way Cass Clay hosted Shred for a Cause, allowing citizens to dispose of personal documents and computer hard drives safely and securely. After making a small donation, many got rid of bank and credit card statements and other items that might contain personal or sensitive information that could put their finances at risk.
Anybody can stop by, drop off some personal documents that need to be shredded or a couple of hard drives. We love being able to partner with United Way, with the village, just to be able to give back to the community because they've given to us.
All the funds raised will go toward United Way's efforts to help improve the lives of needy families in our communities.
A local gym is standing up for women in the community. The owner of EHP CrossFit in Moorhead says the Me Too movement inspired her to share her story of being raped. Carla Solom says the positivity and encouragement of CrossFit changed her life. Years later, she wants to help other women. Soon, she will be offering a women's empowerment class that's aimed at victims of rape, assault, domestic violence, addiction, and any other hardship.
Having people that care about you day in and day out and that community that supports you, along with physical activity, which is shown that can help improve anything from depression or anxiety to ADD to addiction.
Local agencies who help rape and abuse victims will be referring women to the CrossFit classes, but they are open to other ladies who want to join.
Grand Forks is trying to come up with a better plan to help its homeless and cut down on winter-related deaths. The details later on Valley News Live at 6.
Up next, mixed signals when it comes to home sales in Fargo.